Quadrilateral Greg's price is 4-sided. 4-sided, hence the word quadrilateral. And with these, here are the specifics in math. You know, a lot of times when somebody says, get it eventually. Get this little R coming out. Maybe I need to recalibrate. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just do it the way it is. 4-sided shape. In math, you have to be very, 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 very specific about what you're talking about and asking about. And the first one we're going to talk about is this guy down here in the bottom left, a parallelogram. What is the exact definition of a parallelogram? It is a quadrilateral, a 4-sided shape that has what? Just simply, Riley,
2 parallels.
2 sets of parallel sides. That is the only thing something takes to be a parallelogram. Which would mean if that's the case, I have some other parallelograms sitting on my little paper here. In fact, only 2 of these, well, 3 of them are not parallelograms. This doesn't have 2 sets of parallel sides, this doesn't have, and nor does the trapezoid up there have one. A square, a rectangle, and a rhombus, these 3 are also parallelograms. But they're more specific types of parallelograms. A rectangle, what makes something a rectangle? Jaden, shoot. There's one characteristic something has to be a rectangle. Nope. That would make all of these rectangles, and that's not. If I tell you to draw a rectangle and you draw this, that's mandatory. Rectangle specifically is, Isabel?
4 right angles.
Exactly. The only thing it has to have is 4 right angles. A rectangle is a parallelogram with 4 right angles. I'll do a little abbreviating there so you can kind of see it there. Which means, as we continue on here, that a square is also a rectangle because the definition of a square is it's a special rectangle. It has 4 right angles and it has, somebody, Keith?
All equal sides.
Yeah, 4 equal sides. By the way, in math, when they want to show that sides are equal, they just put, if you put one little hash mark in each 4 of those sides, that means those are the same. In parallelogram, or in rectangles, these 2 sides would be equal, and these 2 sides would be equal. 2 hash marks, 2 hash marks equal. Is a rhombus a rectangle? That is the question. Yes or no? Now I should rephrase that. Are all rhombuses rectangles? No. Could a rhombus be a rectangle? Yes, as long as it is a rectangle or a square rhombus. But it's, the only definition of a rhombus is 4 equal sides. A rhombus, usually when somebody draws a rhombus for you, usually it has more, it's more squished and more slanted, kind of like this. So it's pretty obvious that these are not right angles. Are all squares rhombuses? Yes, because all squares have to have 4 equal sides, and that's the only definition to make something a rhombus. Okay. Could a square be a rhombus? Yes. Are all squares rhombuses? Yes. Are all rhombuses squares? No. Are all rectangles squares? Could a rectangle be a square? Yes. That's exciting. What more could you ask for on a day like this? Oh, let's talk about this. Interestingly enough, we disagree with the United Kingdom on what's a trapezoid and what's not. If you go to England, they actually don't call this a trapezoid, they call it a trapezium. I don't know why. We have them backwards.
Ready?
No, I know it doesn't. What is the definition of a trapezoid? The simple definition of a trapezoid is it has one and only one set of parallel lines. Or sides. These two sides are parallel, these two are not. And what makes something isosceles trapezoid, just like with the isosceles triangle, for something to be an isosceles trapezoid, it has to have, it's a trapezoid that has the two slanted angles are equal. And I think we're left with just this. What is the definition of a kite? What makes something a kite as opposed to just a normal quadrilateral? I don't know if they actually tell me this. I don't know if the book actually says this in there. I grabbed this up in a minute. A kite has two pairs of adjacent sides of equal length. Two pairs, here's the important thing, of adjacent sides of equal length. If they weren't adjacent and just two pairs of equal sides, it could be any of these. But adjacent means they have to be touching each other. So this side would be equal to that side, this side would be equal to that side. Love it. Now let's see what they actually ask us. This, by the way, is investigation number 3. I know they say something else. Oh yeah, sorry. Good, perfect, yes. Take out a blank piece of paper